Hello again and welcome back to another Path of Exile video, Derpia. So yeah, this league I didn't play too much, and after like more than 2 months I just get to Awaken level 8. But I still did a ton of endgame at this point, and this is the first time I get to level 96. I think I have 2 level 95 characters before, but yeah, this is the first time I get to 96. And at one point I even get to 80% XP, but and then I do stupid stuff and then die. And then I just stop caring and do all kinds of risky stuff, so that's that. But yeah, basically what my update compared to last time is that I try to get more mana regen. So I get this helmet, I basically alteration spam and then re-go and stuff until I get T1 mana and the mana regen. So I ended up with the T1 mana regen and the fire resistant. And then I try Ashling a few times and fail to get the prefix, and I need the suffix for resistances. So yeah, I keep failing Ashling to get a prefix, so I ended up using Leo Slam with the Syndicate. And both Leo Slam, I got T1 Hybrid Life, but but that's about it. And then yeah, basically both Leo Slam is not something I want, but that's the helmet I ended up having. But it is actually really effective already, because the mana regen and the T1 mana is really helping us a lot already. Second major thing is that I use catalysts. They're pretty expensive. I think they're like 12 chaos per catalyst, but it's totally worth it because, for example, Foible, almost every single affix is getting buff because it's maximum mana percent maximum mana, 2 mana regen, and everything is gonna get buff. So yeah, that's a huge amount of mana and mana regen increase. And then also the ring, I have mana regen, and then the crafted mana regen. So everything is gonna get buffed by the catalyst again. And the bell is still a shit bell because by the time I have money to buy a belt, people already stopped playing, so I cannot buy a proper belt that doesn't have a ridiculous price tag on it. You can get mana recovery on the belt, but yeah, by the time I have money to buy it, because again I play it really slowly this league, so by the time I have the money I don't have people to sell me those belts. So yeah, I just still have to think this. It has mana, so I craft life and mana regen on it with ton of resistance. And the Abyss Jewel is still the thing that gives me phasing, which helps quite a lot in mapping, I guess. Also the boots. Yeah, the boots, I get more movement speed on it, and then I can still craft mana regen on it. These are kind of... Actually, if you just buy the gear with mana, it's actually pretty cheap. I think this boot is like 50C or something. But it is already super effective because it has 30 movement speed, T1 mana, and then I can craft more mana regen on it. And then it has 50 intelligence, which is a lot of mana too. So yeah, it's actually cheaper than I thought for the gear. As for these kind of gloves, it's like super cheap. But again, I buy a lot of these, like for 1C to 20C, trying to slam it with unnerve. This is a fail because I did not pay attention to the item level. You cannot get unnerve on this because the item level is not high enough. But ideally you want to Warlock Slam unnerve on the glove, but I failed to do that, so I just end up with this one. I slam a melee damage and then realize my mistake. Yeah, basically again, if you just buy this kind of stuff with mana, it's cheap as hell. I even get the Dex and the In on it. This is like I think 20C, 30C or something. It's really cheap. Yeah, but sometimes it's maybe less than 10C even, because you have low life, but you can craft a life on it. That's the thing. So that's that. As for, I don't think other part of the gear have any change, and because I failed to get a nerf on here, I have spare shortcuts, so I went for Arcanist Brand with Wave of Conviction and Blade Blast. So the Wave of Conviction is gonna do the Arcanist Brand is gonna do the Wave of Conviction and Blade Blast to, you know, unnerve and exposure. Put up exposure on the enemies. My cursor on his setup is still, I switch it to Hydrosphere with African Has Touch and Conductivity, so now I can put both Assessor Mark and Conductivity on bosses. Other than that, I don't think there's any other changes compared to last time. So we are having, yeah, also the enchant on the boot is really important, you know, 70%, and then yeah, we got 5.4k mana regen, which is really good at this point. I even if I have the money, you can actually forgo the mana flask, because when you get enough mana regen, the mana flask barely helps you anymore. So maybe you can go for a Bottle Faith or something like that. And Corrupted Blood is then bleeding actually doesn't do too much. It was still good to have immunity to bleeding, obviously, but most of the time my mana regen is enough to out-regen any kind of degen I get. So if I really want, I can just go with Bottle Faith. Also, yeah, I need the money for it, obviously, but yeah, I'm still using the mana flask, but the damage is already really nice, so that's that. Other than that, I unspec these 7 points here, because again, you have enough mana regen, you no longer need, you know, these extra mana from the mana flask. So I unspec these and I go into the mana regen nodes here at the starting position, and then I go into Dreamer because it has mana regen. It has reduced mana cost, but it doesn't matter that much. You still gain more than you lose, even with the mana cost, because this gives too much mana and mana regen. So yeah, with all the mana regen, extra mana regen nodes, and it jumps from 3k mana regen to 5.4k mana regen. So yeah, that's a lot of mana regen. And yeah, if I actually play more and perfect my gear, 10k mana should not be too hard to get. But other than that, this is the gear and tree I got. I got a Watcher's Eye. I forgot if I get this already last time. But I have mana recovery and extra crit for 0-3, so. But that's about it, I think. I don't think there's too much else I have changed. And as for path of building, if you, let's see, not have flask, so you should be able to get 15% shock pretty reliably, because we are hitting for more than 1 million, like close to 1.5 million lightning damage per hit, even without the double damage. So 15% shock should not be hard to get, even on endgame bosses. But let's just put it at 10 for now. Series, Consecrated Ground, Unnerve, enemies are shocked. So we are looking at about 2 million a hit. If you have Sigil of Power, a little bit more. But usually you have 1 stage of Sigil of Power. Well, unless you are on bosses where you have time to prepare, but the damage increase is not that much, so we're looking at like 2 million a hit on average. And again, you cast 4 times per cast, and then you can overlap up to 3 times per Frost Bomb. So in a perfect cast, you're looking at like, because you hit 4 times, you're looking at 8 million, and if you overlap 3 times, we're looking at 24 million per cast. If you do it perfectly, place it at the perfect spot so the boss is in the center and get hit by 3 Frost Bombs. Basically, they get hit by 12 Frost Bombs. So yeah, but we're looking at like 2 million a hit without Flask. With Flask, it's like 2.7, close to 2.7 million per class. So yeah, I even one time I think the double damage lines up perfectly. I actually one shot, well, not exactly one shot, but I kill Hydra with 1 cast. Sadly, I didn't caught it on video, but that one time I just cast once and Hydra just drops dead instantly. So yeah, but usually Guardian's tier takes 3 casts to kill. And if we're talking about Shaper and stuff, full health Shaper, we're looking at like 4 to 5 casts to kill Shaper. So yeah, if you place it perfectly, technically you just need 2 casts to kill, if everything lines up and you place it perfectly. So yeah, that's that. I think I'm gonna leave you with some endgame boss kill after this. And I think I'm done with this league. Basically, I did everything I want to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave you maybe Maven and full health Shaper and Rubel the queue after this. So, thank you for joining, and I'm gonna see you next time. Have a nice day, and goodbye. Okay, this should be a full health Shaper with Maven. Let's see. Oh, come on, it stuns me. He walks away from my explosions. Okay.
They lie to you, Father. I'm your true memory.
To save the future, the past must be sacrificed.
Is Maven shielding him? I think Maven shield him or something. He's like not taking damage from a first volley of bombs, but well, he died before he can do any of the invulnerable phases. Alright. Uber Elder should not be the problem, I think, because we should be able to face them really quickly. So yeah.
I may not remember.
Father, no!
Putrefy, rot, spoil, and fester.
Exile, do something!
This one has uncommon mind. Hilarious.
Oh, you still do the circle? Okay. I can barely see the circle, so I got panicked for a moment there.
Hilarious.
Oh yeah, also I have enough AoE, so the ads, whatever it spawns, is gonna get insta-kill too. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Shaper is gonna stab me in the back. Okay, good.
To the abyss. A must have time to gather my will.
Yeah, we have enough damage to not care. We have enough damage to not care. Wait, is he copying Shaper? Yeah, that's just easy. if you have enough damage, that's easy. Easy as hell. And I think I like hit the entire arena.
Have you ever seen the true face of God, Exile?
Yeah, I think I actually hit the entire arena. Well, not a good roll. Well, decent roll, I guess. Big Watcher's Eye. Oh, double anger! Oh, it's the leech. I mean, it's still double anger. I mean, it is still double anger, so I guess. Alright, my first Maven is kind of a failure because I keep dying to the memory thing. So I hope to get a more clean fight here. But also I cannot touch the beam. If I touch the beam, her degen beam, I insta... Yeah, I'm just gonna die if I touch her degen beam. I remember the explosion now, yay! Oh, you insta do the thing?
Scurry! Cascade of pain! Why?
Resistance will be punished.
Yeah, my damage is very nice, so...
My irritation is growing. This will not be a
Ah, come on, do you need to do that?
Scurry! Cascade of pain! What would I say?
Holy shit.
Stop resisting. Punishment inescapable.
Oh, I should not use my flask.
Arrogant toy!
I should not use my flask.
Cascade of pain! Death will not be an escape.
Well, I'm fucking dead.
I must have time to gather my will.
Scurry!
I'm dead.
Still.
I didn't see where she is.
Cascade of pain! Take this. Caretaker?
Okay. My damage is enough. But that's like a really scary
scientists.
really scary thing.
Continues to play. You and I should do this again soon.
Cool.
Children are capricious, no matter.
Pretty clean. Well, I mean, not pretty clean.
The
I
memory of your
keep
sting will
touching the
fade soon
DGen
enough,
beam.
and
But the thing
so
is that
too will her.
it's so scary if you touch the DGen beam, because you just... well, maybe you just not turn on Righteous Fire, I guess. So, yeah.